All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of LTA Global. I'm CuZo Smif.
And this is brother.
Oh yeah, Happy New Year again. This season 3, gangsta. This season 3, baby. You feel me?
Happy season 3.
Yeah. But as always, back to the bullshit, cause we live in America, right? So first things first.
It's worldwide.
Dude. I can't even unfold that book, but I'm gonna tell you this. America is a shit show. Like, complete shit show. Let's start off with the fact that, we pretty much gotta change, what are they called? What would you call them? Like, verbs? What are they, person, place, or thing?
Pronouns?
Pronouns, all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, y'all. It's late and I'm agitated, but I'm gonna tell you this, like, when you bother one of my queens, you know what I'm saying? When it come down to music, it's a problem. All right. First of all, let's start off with Aretha Franklin. All right, Aretha Franklin. Back in the day, she came up with a song called "A Natural." What is it called? A Natural Woman. And how can I say this? The transgender community is a little bit upset, right? Me personally.
What about that?
They're upset because they feel like there's no such thing as a natural woman. What's your take on that, brother?
I don't know. Aretha Franklin sang that song like over 50 years ago. What do they want? Like, do they want it banned?
Can you ban a classic? Are you able to do that?
I don't know. Is that being called conservative at that point?
To me personally, I call it stupidity. I feel like they wasted people's time. Like, it's one of them things where it's just like, okay, you feel like you raising awareness, but really you just annoying people. You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes it can really be like that. So I don't know. Like with this situation right here, I feel like hey, transgender women, leave. You feel me? Like, women who was born with JJ, leave them the fuck alone. Stop bothering them, all right? Live your life without fucking with other people. You feel me? Every single time an activist come up, they always got a down, fuck it, I'm gonna say it, natural born women. They always want to do that shit. Instead of that, they can't just live life. Just live life, gang. You ain't gotta dog the fact that, okay, well, you supposed to call me this and you're supposed to consider me as such. I feel like that's you kind of like forcing somebody to do what you want.
In this day and age, I find it's really hard to find the balance between letting people say what they want and like truly criticize things, that may have been just, oh, we've always had it like this, so we're okay. And essentially having people just on Twitter and try to get stuff banned. And that's been, I'm not like picking on LGBTQIA plus community or anything like that. This has just been kind of across the board for everybody in the U.S. Every single group of people will have somebody that takes to Twitter and wants to get unnecessarily angry about something that doesn't affect them. So I don't know. It's hard for me to, like, I want to say that I understand where they become, like, where whoever was complaining about what be coming from. It's just, I don't agree with it. Mm-hmm. And I guess that's the part that's great about our country, is we can disagree about something, and as long as the money still keeps flowing, neither of our opinions are valid.
True.
Isn't that it? As long as it doesn't hurt anybody's bottom dollar, then we can respect everybody's opinion.
Yeah. I just feel like they just randomly just picking shit to cry about. And man, leave Aretha Franklin alone, gang. Like she already passed. You feel me? You got a problem with a song? You feel me? Take that shit to court. And if you lose, you lose, nigga.
But like, I mean, honestly, people have been like in the past 10 years in particular, we've been really culturally aware of like stuff that we've just accepted. And now I agree that I don't think Aretha Franklin's song is like being I guess like being derogatory.
Yeah.
But I do agree that, like, for instance, another same instance, but in my opinion a valid thing, was like a lot of the Confederate statues being taken down. You know?
I mean,
it's something of I wanted them to be taken down because a lot of them represented stuff of our past.
Yeah, they represented
losers. Move on from. But like, it's just an example of the people that are complaining about Aretha Franklin's song may feel that passionately, and may feel strong emotions tied to it for whatever reason, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that having a democracy is a very fine line of trying, especially in this age where we're trying to make sure that we respect everybody to a fault.
Yeah.
Sometimes it makes it hard because sometimes the loudest voice in the room is the only one that gets heard.
Yes, but if we being realistic, ain't nobody asked him to start digging and looking for old ass songs to bitch about. That's just the reality. This the shit that's pissing me off, right? She never meant any harm to nobody who was transgender back in the day either. You feel me? Same thing with right now. She was alive right now. I'm pretty sure she'll have to go on a little apology tour, whatever the fuck. But I think that what it is that they just keep picking and choosing what the fuck you cry about. And now the world gotta just, I don't know, bro. I'm just sick of this whole thing where people can cancel, people can say, you not allowed to say that. Man, suck a dick. That shit's getting played out.
Everybody eventually finds their trigger point to where they hate cancel culture, right? It just depends on what side of the stick you want to be on. Do you want to be on the pointy side, or do you want to be the one holding it?
I mean, when we talk about transgender people, we can't be talking about sticks. Anyway, let's talk about the fact that Beyonce is also under hot water with the LGBT community. All right? Because her decided to make $24 million in Dubai. I'm going to tell you this. You ain't finna tell me what I can and cannot do for some $24 million. You hear me what I'm saying? I don't give a damn what you talk about. Talk about something. I feel like this. I don't give a fuck how you feel. That's $24 million, ho.
Yeah. So, how do you feel about the thought of, in some countries, some not that far away from Dubai, that with $24 million you can literally buy human lives? I said, how do you feel about countries like, not necessarily directly like Dubai, but maybe some of their other neighbors, directly support, essentially, not direct slavery, but probably a spit away from it.
Yeah. But I feel like, but that's the thing, like, okay, for instance, like, I know how history is, like, with, you know, with religion, you feel me? Like, shit been forced on people for years, you know? And with this, I feel like this is, like, totally different, bro. This is, like, totally different. Like, it used to just be a personal thing on kind of like who you dated. You feel me? Just off of simple stuff like that. Or who you hung around. That's based off of just you, bro. It don't even matter who cares, bro. Then just the people you hanging out with. Right? When you start, you know what I'm saying, just dating, getting to know a person a little bit more, bro, that's still your personal business. The only time it really reach more is once it gets serious. And then if that is with your parents. Nowadays, shit is starting to get outside the house, gang. Nothing is...
Shit's been outside of the house.
Yes, I get that. But that rule is completely, like, tarnished, bro. Completely tarnished, bro. Don't nobody give a damn because you wanted to feel like putting on panties and bra today. Don't nobody give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's what you chose to do. You get what I'm saying? But that's the thing. Nowadays, now you are actually saying what you do. Just saying the shit. No one acts. That's the thing. No one acts.
Well, I do agree with you. Are we still talking about Beyonce?
Yes. Everything.
What the fuck are you on?
I'm saying
what?
when...
I'm confused.
No,
I'm
saying when this...
Hold up.
When this community gets upset, this is what I'm saying. Fuck it. I'm going to just say it like this. When this community get upset, all the alphabets, I don't give a fuck. All the alphabets, when they get upset, everybody has to stop exactly what they doing to address this shit now.
Bro, what are you trying to get us in the recommended for Joe Rogan podcast or something right now?
Hell no, I don't even fuck with Joe Rogan. I don't even fuck with Joe Rogan. It's just a principle of...
Oh, man.
Look, it's just a principle of, bro, if I don't like some shit, you feel me? Fuck it. I ain't never do a whole damn rant about how I don't fuck with, you know what I'm saying, these past couple presidents we done had. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not going around with a goddamn t-shirt, fuck Joe Biden. I don't have that shit. You dig what I'm saying? If I feel like fuck a president, I'm gonna keep that shit to myself. Unless a motherfucker asks me.
Yep.
Gangster. So at the end of the day, these motherfuckers out here just saying shit when ain't nobody asks. You feel me?
Can I bring this all back around to my normal soapbox?
Of course.
It's social media, my dude. Really. Everybody, we are slowly becoming like an episode of Black Mirror. Of like, we're just our own personal little stars and our own personal little microcosm. And that gives us the fatal flaw of thinking that our opinion means literally any single fucking thing at all. Your opinion only matters as far as you can influence it. And if you can't influence it outside of your Facebook wall or a tweet, like actually, like, even if you can do that, the concept of an influencer nowadays is like hard pill to swallow because it's not... Previously, like, somebody that was an influencer in something would typically be an expert in that field, where now it's like, who can shill the hardest?
I mean, man, it's to me, this is like when that one lady had sued Kellogg's because it wasn't enough real strawberries or some shit in the filling. That's what this is. This some, I don't know, bro. Like, for me personally, they ran out of shit to cry about, and they just look for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce made 24 million, gang. You can't just chill out. You can't just let some shit. Come on, bro.
Dude, 24 million. Okay, like 24 million. Beyonce's value. I'm pretty sure she's over $1 billion now. For her and Jay-Z together or something. But like, even take it from this angle, and I'm just playing devil's advocate because, honestly, it's a Monday night and I'm kind of fucking bored, so it sounds fun. So, like, if you take it from this perspective, she made 24 million, she's worth almost $1 billion, and she could single-handedly boost up almost every... Okay, actually... something else on our agenda, a historically black college that is in bad need of repair, she could do that with no problem. So why doesn't she?
Yeah, in other words...
It doesn't make her anti-anything. It just makes her another capitalist. Like, people need to, and it's something we're so brainwashed here within the States, but people need to realize that, like, we need to quit idolizing people just because they're rich. Being rich does not mean, like, that's something that this entire system is supposed to convince you of. If somebody's rich, that means they've done the most. Some people just kind of fall into it, and they're still fucking idiots.
Right.
Like, and they'll continue. I'm not saying Beyonce's an idiot. I think she's pretty cool. But, like, some people fall into that shit, and we still idolize them. Because, I mean, like, you know,
yeah.
There are plenty of examples. We all know plenty of examples.
Yeah.
And we say, oh, but this celebrity's different. They did it because they did the thing differently, better, something. But, like, they're all dumbasses just trying to figure this shit out, just like we are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brother's message of the day: rich people probably, especially if people are as rich as Beyonce, they probably suck.
Yeah. Speaking of people,
I'll generalize there. I haven't met anybody as rich as Beyonce, but I assume they suck until they prove otherwise.
Man.
To me personally, not to the television.
Shit, realistically,
not to Instagram Live. That shit ain't real.
Nah, them fuck that. Them motherfuckers that speaking of rich people who ain't shit, you got people like Alec Baldwin, right? Shoot a motherfucker on set, on actually, what was it called? Rust. That was the name of the movie. He had a gun, and I guess he thought it was fake bullets in there. Literally, I think what he aimed it at the lady, popped her ass. I'm talking about this is like a year ago. You know what I'm saying? Now they actually discussing this man actually faces some time. Could face up to 18 months. Not 18 years. I think it's
such a hard case because he was supposed to be working with a prop gun.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if...
Who you blame?
Legally, I can see why it's a tough problem to sort out. Mm-hmm. Because if somebody is working under the assumption that something is not going to kill the other person, and the only difference between those two outcomes is a projectile,
mm-hmm.
It's hard to tell. But I also don't know all the cases, or I don't know all the details of the case, so I may be talking out my ass right now.
Right. Well, that's not the only celebrity to really have a prop gun situation. I want to say what was the guy? Bruce Lee's son. What was his name? Jason? Was it Jason? No. That's the wrong Lee. I'm tweaking. Cause Jason Lee, that's a whole other individual. Hold on, let me see. Alright, yeah, Jason Lee is a completely different person. That is not who that is. Bruce Lee's son is Brandon Lee. Yeah. So Brandon Lee died on the set of The Crow back in 93 with a prop gun.
If you've never seen that movie, it's a great movie.
Yeah, definitely. But that's the thing. Like, how do you deal with stuff like that? Like, how would you handle something like that? Would you deal with the person that actually shot the gun, or would you deal with the people who provided the gun?
Hey, I don't know, man. When somebody goes in and yeah, I don't know.
It's not looking too good.
I was about to have another example, but I decided to redact that.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, man, it just seemed like, having guns on set is still, hey, it's a lot of movies that had guns in it, which is pretty dope. But at the same time, it's like, should they be like a triple, fourth check? You know what I'm saying? Make sure everything is alright?
Yeah, that should probably happen either way.
Yeah. So with that being said, I feel like somebody besides Alec Baldwin, I feel like, should be going to jail. The people who provided this shit, the people who so-called did a little proof check. Those should be the people who are responsible for this.
Yeah, but they're not rich. They're not famous.
Man. Anyway, speaking of rich and famous people we should give a highlight to, I'm going to go ahead and give a highlight to my boy Ric Flair. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, we live in, we from Florida. I live in Tampa. Big dog, you know what I'm saying? P to Pete. But anyway, we gonna talk about it like this. We got Ric Flair, man. Ric Flair, he about to be turning up with us at Gasparilla Parade this year, man. What we call him? Grand Marshals? That's what we call him? The leader?
Yeah, he's gonna be the Grand Marshal. I'm pretty excited. I can't Ric Flair woo, so I'm not even gonna try to do that right now. But it's pretty hype.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Ric Flair drip gold woot on the hole. You know what I'm saying? Well, he said on the bitch. But anyway, like I said, bro, I hope he bring Offset. If he don't bring Offset, at least play the song and dance on the float, something. I don't know, man. Me personally, I'll be down for a Royal Rumble in the middle of the street. I'm down for that.
That'd be fun. There probably will be one. It might not be them, but
hey, yo, low key. What if he bring like The Rock or some shit? You know what I'm saying? John Cena type shit. I'm just saying he could bring somebody. Then on top of that, I mean, I feel like Florida is really the capital, the wrestling capital of the world. Everybody come downhill.
You think Florida's the capital of the world?
No. Florida is wrestling capital of the world. It's the football capital of the world. Basketball capital of the world. You know what I'm saying? No. I'm gonna get that shit to New York. New York got that.
Okay, man, you had me worried saying you thought Florida was capital of the world. And I'm like, that's the most Florida man shit I've ever heard in my life.
Well, fuck it. Let's just go ahead and say that. Florida is its own place.
Florida's capital of the world?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
The United Cities of Florida.
Now we're really screwed.
That's a whole new UCF. The United Cities of Florida. You might as well call it that. Because you got to think about it. When niggas say Florida, man, yeah, bro, they tripping out there in Florida. It's a whole nother world. They say that. Anyway, let's...
Yeah, but it's not a good thing. That's because we suck so much.
Come on, man. I tried to shine some light on this. Anyway, shining some light. Let's go ahead and shine some light back on Jeffrey Epstein and his little dumb little girlfriend, Elaine Maxwell. She finally speaks out. She says...
You mean Jeffrey Epstein that totally did not kill himself and everybody seems to have fucking forgot?
Hey, man. We ain't saying he ain't killed himself, but he ain't alive.
He did not kill himself.
He didn't.
Somebody fucking killed his
Yeah,
ass.
he got murked. You better believe it. You better believe it. But I'm gonna tell you this though. This bitch Elaine Maxwell, she's starting to speak.
What's she saying?
She talk about she wish she never met Epstein, bitch. It's too late. You know what I'm saying? But here's the kicker. She was actually on the side of Prince Andrew. She actually said that, he shouldn't be, he shouldn't be charged. He shouldn't be bothered. You feel me? At the end of the day, I feel like this. You touch a child, bro, you should die. Period, point blank. You should be burned.
Yep.
But hey, at the end of the day, our government is doing it and no one has been to jail, right?
Yep. Because
Okay.
he's rich and he's famous.
Mm-hmm.
Are you noticing a common thread here yet?
Yeah, I'm starting to notice. As long as you get money, you can get away with any fucking thing. You hear me? You get away with anything. Yep. Right?
And
like,
it
for
doesn't
instance.
make you a good person either.
At all. Look, you gotta think about it. It's a couple right now that got so much money, we have watched they whole domestic violence relationship. And that goes out to Blueface and Krishan. Shout out to them. They're finally pregnant.
Okay.
They done brought a fucking baby. God damn it.
So, what's going on with these two? Tell me, I don't know. I see two people fighting in the street.
Cause, bro, they a whole new version of DVD. Domestic violence display. That's what that is. All over the board. I'm talking about from the time they wake up to the time these bitches go to sleep. Domestic violence. All day, every day. You feel me? It could be physical. It could be, some mental shit. Or it could just be some shit where it just be like, I don't like the way you breathe, bitch. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Little things like that.
I got a question. Why can't we cancel culture them?
Because they're lucrative. Their drama brings in money.
I see this girl in a pink tracksuit holding her ass in a doctor's office. Is she really so? Is it? Do we need her? Do we need her in limelight? Do we need her in any light?
I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you this: when the bitch keep talking about how many babies she done got rid of, she need to stop saying she done killed babies. She need to stop saying that shit. All right, but she talks about, how many abortions she's had all the time. All the time.
I think, and that goes back to what you were saying earlier. Like, keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself, and honestly, since you put it out in the open, Krishan, if you happen to listen to this, you're fucking trash. Brother's second message of the day.
Look, that bitch punch hard. I'm gonna tell you right now. The way she be fucking Blueface up, this whole punch hard. I've never seen it.
Hey, brother's third message of the day. It don't matter how rich you are. Only one bullet through the head it takes.
You gotta fold it. You gotta fold a bitch like that. A bitch like that, you gotta fold her. Cause ain't no way in hell. That shit be crazy, bro. I be watching some of the videos that they be doing. And every time he be on live, he got a black eye.
Videos of beating the shit out of each other?
Yeah. I just told you.
What kind of idiots are these people?
I just told you they gave the new men in the DVD. I just told you that.
Dude, but there's more than one video of them beating the shit out of each other.
Oh yeah, there's many. There's damn near a fucking movie.
Why? Like, are they like actively recording it? Like, hey, I'm about to jack slap you. Like, somebody get the camera.
Yeah. Sometimes he do a little petty shit. It ain't just Kashawn. We ain't finna sit here and just dog Kashawn out, cause that nigga be starting shit too. You know what I'm saying? We gonna go ahead and say that. One time the nigga was on live with her, right? And he read a question. And he picked, I think he literally looked and picked that motherfucker. And I think it had something to do, I don't know if it was like, I feel like it had something to do with her, like with her gap, okay? And he clicked that bitch and asked the question, like just being childish, right? So then she was like, oh, so you trying to be funny, right? And then she went to ask him about like, oh yeah. So what if I could question about you being bisexual? I'm like, bro, hey, y'all can't be doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? In front of all of these people like that. That's why I said Krishan and that nigga Blueface it's the fact that they bring in money, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know it's real toxic and make black couples look bad, but at the same time, motherfucker, look at them. They rich and yellow, all right? They rich and yellow. They gonna be plastered all over the place. You know how I've been. It always been like that with light skin. They be on everything. You know what I'm saying? Look at Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. That shit is a disaster now. That shit is a complete disaster. Now we literally watching a couple that been a disaster from start, motherfucker, to finish.
Bro. Okay. I know. Okay. Disclaimer. Yeah, I'm a white guy, so my opinion isn't valid as shit here. But like, dude, we already have enough problem across all races of domestic violence problems.
Yeah.
We have a bad problem, and we have a lot of cultures, again, across every color in the color spectrum in the U.S. that either still allow it, or even condone it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel that anybody should be supporting somebody like this. But it's the same thing as like Chris Brown. It's supporting a domestic violence like case, supporting an abuser in the limelight is like everybody like thumbs upping Jeffrey Epstein when they found out he fucked kids. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Really, it really is. It's like with Chris Brown. Like, dude, he could be like, oh yeah, I totally beat the shit out of Rihanna. And people be still fucking buying his shit.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
You gotta think about it. You gotta also think about it though.
I have no love. I have no love for anybody that does that shit, regardless of your gender, regardless of what your background is. People make up excuses. Oh, they pushed me over the edge. Be a bigger fucking person.
Yeah.
And just don't do it. Don't be a fucking child. Hold on. I'm not done with my rant yet. Hold on. I'm not done with my rant yet.
Go ahead.
Be a fucking adult.
Uh-huh.
And seriously, again, this goes out. Shout out to all the guys that beat on their girls. Shout out all the girls that beat on their guys. If you can't figure out a relationship without doing that shit, it's not their fault. It's yours. And you need to either get your shit together, respect what the fuck you have,
mm-hmm.
or move on and don't date anybody else because you are literally a piece of shit. You are the person that people talk about in disgust.
Mm-hmm.
Brother's fourth message of the day. Okay, I'm good now. I'm gonna have a sip of water. What were you saying?
But that's the thing. It's just the fact of like with, you know. It's like, for instance, like no one really talks about, you know, the fact that I think Dana White should have got some heat. Dana White should have got some heat for smacking his wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like we talk about, you know, this couple and stuff like that, but we already know what it is. Like, they already toxic, they already trash, right?
Uh-huh. And
they just keep going. But you have a person of the stature like, you know, Dana White, he smacks his wife. No one really bugs him. You feel me? No one really like said anything like that. You feel me?
Dana White? Actually, I feel like I don't know who that is.
The dude at UFC?
Oh yeah, no, completely.
Yeah.
completely in the same vein of like people were cool with that because they like, and that's an even more complex topic. Is like if both parties publicly apologize for it, should we still even let them be in the limelight? Because again, they're condoning just apologizing for poor relationship management, which, frankly, this country needs something.
Yeah.
Needs something to improve with that, because people here can't manage their shit to save their fucking life.
My homie just made a good point. When it come down to Dana White, all the shit that he said and done, he gets away with a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And
okay.
I think he got some. I think he got some kind of like low key power. Like he got some kind of power to shut a bitch up. You know what I'm saying? Like if he really wants somebody to shut up, he'll pay somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I feel like Dana White got that kind of power to where it'd be like, all right, well, yeah, Dana slapped his wife. That shit happened. Now we move on. Like that's literally what it seemed like, you know. But let's talk about something else. Pamela Anderson, she's coming out with something pretty soon, a little memoir, a little book. You know what I'm saying?
I thought she had a book.
Man, that shit ain't out. Anyway, this bitch, she about to get a movie with it too. You know what I'm saying? But here's the kicker. Tim Allen apparently showed his penis to Pamela Anderson during the set of what were they on? Was it Home Improvement?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So on the Home Improvement set, he showed that meat to Pamela Anderson. Now, to me, it's just like, the females who be rapping. You know what I'm saying? And they music, they talk about how nasty they is. That don't mean they always nasty 24/7. Sometimes the shit, you know what I'm saying? They not like that. Just cause Pamela Anderson acted like that in the movie, you feel me? She got dressed up for a little Playboy shit. She felt like her body was fire. She felt like she was confident in herself and she showed her body. That don't mean she like sex all the time.
I also gotta say, I mean, I personally don't like, how can I put it? Dicks don't look good. You know, I'm not a dick lover. I'm not somebody that has an aesthetic or sexual appreciation for dick.
Yeah.
Like dicks are not.
That's
No. It's like an unasked for dick pic before there were dick pics. You know.
Yeah.
Like walk in, here's my dick. Like that's the reason. That's the reason the penises have been like the end of jokes for so long. Is because it's just like dicks. Like,
that's why. Yo.
Yeah, exactly.
I swear to God, I don't know why, but I feel like Adam Sandler crew, like all of them boys, like they have a joke like that all the time. Just some weird random dick joke. I don't know why.
Dude, dick jokes are always gonna be around because for whatever reason, maybe it's just because they got attached to the men. And the men are just like, oh, look at this dick.
So let me ask you a question, right? All right, so I'm on, sadly, I was on like Instagram or whatever looking, and this guy, he looked like he was a former jock, used to play baseball or some shit like that, right? So he talks about him and his homies, they used to get around and they used to put a cookie on like this stole, right? On this stole, and they used to play this game. That shit was called like Ookie Cookie, right? Shit was weird, but now look, this I don't know what this shit is, bro, but we ain't do this shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like in my hood, we ain't do this shit. I play basketball, football, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of baseball, you know what I'm saying? Not like that. My cousin was like that, but I wouldn't. But look. We did all types of shit, but we never did this shit. So the dude tell the story. He say, yo, so Ookie Cookie, right? So all the guys get in the circle, bro, and they bust on the cookie. Last person to bust, he got to eat the cookie, right? Shit crazy, bro. Shit was crazy. So my question to you, this is my question to you. Was there ever a time where some guys, you know what I'm saying, they did some weird frat shit and you found out about it?
No. I'm not even going to get into this one. No, I've never had that shit happen. Never had that shit happen around me.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, it's pretty gay.
That shit weird. And this be at them.
And I'm not talking about, like, I'm not being derogatory in, like, oh, gay isn't lame. I'm talking, that is a very, group homoerotic activity.
That's them prep school boys, I'm telling you.
Participate in. And I feel that every person involved with that should probably go home and question themselves, because that is gross. Like that, I'm not even. You know what? I'm not even gonna say gross, because I'm trying not to upset anybody. You're the one that's trying to upset people today. I'm not trying to upset anybody. I'm not saying it's gross. All I'm saying is that is one of the most specific fetishes I have ever heard in my life, and I am not a fan at all.
Yeah, it's weird nut shit.
So that was a real thing? No.
Yeah.
Was that a real thing?
Yes.
Or was that somebody going for social media clout on eating jizz cookies?
Bro, niggas, look, this is the thing, right? He ain't look like me. I'm gonna tell you that. We don't do shit like that. I've never heard of that. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw it and I heard it, I was like, yo, y'all might have to start looking into these little Catholic prep schools. All right? Start looking into them schools, bro. I'm telling you, man. We don't do this shit where it would be like what would it call? Like hazing, right? Like freshman hazing and shit like that. Them boys be on some weird shit at them prep little Catholic schools.
Bro, Catholic schools, public schools, all what you gotta realize is how closely jock culture and experimental culture, how should we put it, how close those two are, as far as their jokes, mannerisms, and comfort around being around other men without clothing on.
Man, either way it go, you might want to check them boys. You might want to check them out, man, because that shit different. I'm not interested in that shit at all. But no, last thing before we get out of here, man, we gonna talk about people who, you know what I'm saying, just keep wearing fake shit. But she's so rich, but she want to just keep on wearing fake shit for some reason. So we have too many people who are like, you know, considered in fashion or whatever the case may be. Oh yeah, we definitely have to get into that. That's exactly what I forgot. The HBCU, Bethune-Cookman University apparently had fired, you know, the great Ed Reed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is gonna be our last topic. We out. I believe that he called them out because they're very, very bad conditions. You know what I'm saying? As far as like student housing, the football team, or whatever the case may be. Just all of that shit is a shit show. And once he called y'all out, you fired him. So now this looks even worse on Bethune-Cookman, because now it seems like, you know, for years, matter of fact, for decades, it just seemed like y'all can't get y'all shit together. You know what I'm saying? But you want to proudly yell that you are HBCU. Okay? So if you proudly yelling, you know what I'm saying, about your HBCU and it looked like shit, what we doing?
Hey, they didn't say it was a good one.
Okay.
Look, man, look. Let me just say that. They can try to claim that, yeah, we're historically black college university. Okay? That doesn't, like, all that means is there were a lot of people that came through here and they were black and they probably thought it sucked too. And then it just kept sucking.
That's what makes it worse, right? For me personally, this is how I feel about it, man. Black people, when they get in like a certain stature, like to a certain ranking, they start feeling themselves in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of feeling prideful and actually changing shit, at that point they feel like, well, I made it, I ain't gotta do shit no more. And that be the problem. That shit get on my fucking nerves. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to start doubling up. You feel me? Double up the work ethic. You dig? Let them know why you there. But that's the problem. Once a dumb fuck become a manager, you feel me? Not everybody underneath them become dumbasses because that person that's on top never pushed themselves. You feel what I'm saying? And then on top of that, it wasn't like it wasn't like he, you know, he disrespected somebody, he called somebody out or anything like that. He was just talking in general. The school looked like shit. The conditions are trash. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about you got students sending in pictures left and right, just all the mold and all the trash that's inside these, you know what I'm saying, these housing. Man, bro, I just don't understand. Y'all been in FAMU shadow for years. I would at least think that you would try to do something to get some fucking people in. You know what I'm saying? Renovate.
The only way you can fix it is the capitalistic way, which is just don't go. Like, if they try to if somebody receives a scholarship to there, be like, nah, thanks, I'm good. Here's why. Again, money talks.
But, hold on, let me see. I feel like after they you know fire him, just dip on out, get out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, yeah, you want to save the kids or whatever the case may be, but at the same time, it's still his life. You feel me? It's still his life. So I think that at this point, yeah, y'all BCU they gonna pay. They gonna pay for that shit. They gonna pay for that shit. That's the only.
You think so?
Nah, fuck that petition. Throw it away. Like that's the thing. Like these kids right now, I think they were just protesting today. That shit ain't do nothing. That shit ain't move a muscle. If your college been looking like this for some decades now, you know what I'm saying? You got Ed Reed actually calling y'all out, bro, and everybody. I'm talking about the world. No, this ain't just no Rika-dink NFL former player, bro. This is Ed Reed. This is the safety of the NFL. You dig what I'm saying? Everybody tuning in. So as soon as he went to selling y'all out, what you should have did was been like, okay, this is our proposal. That's what it should have been. Fuck a petition. This is our proposal. That's what should have happened, cuz. You feel what I'm saying? They should have straight up made a proposal, man. Look, as soon as he said, hey, this look like shit, fix it. That's what I'm saying. Like now that you literally turn away a coach who is high of stature, right? Everybody look up to this man when they play football. Everybody look up to him, right? So what happens is, if he come there and he like, yo, I'm doing the best that I can for these kids. It's not even about him. You feel me? Of course he gonna get the cloud of publicity, whatever the case may be, but it wasn't even for him. He was doing it for these kids, bro. He didn't even go to BCU. He went to the University of Miami. He could have went there and changed that program. You feel me? Get way better recruits and shit like that. You know? But what he did was he actually went to a college in that area and actually tried to make them better. I don't know, man.
I guess. I don't know. Like, how were they on the college circuit?
You know, this ain't, you know, this isn't a Power 5 school. This isn't like Alabama or, you know, USF or some shit like that. This is literally like motherfucking Arkansas State or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Well, Arkansas State D1 too. But it's literally like a state college within a state college. That kind of, you know, competition.
Realistically, what I think it was is they probably didn't want to pay his contract anymore.
Wait, so he turned down... Wow, so he turned down a school to even go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's why BCU will always be underneath FAMU. I said what I said. I don't give a damn. My cousins went to FAMU. I'm rocking with FAMU. Y'all, like, for real, bro, y'all Wildcats will never be great, bro. Y'all will never be great. Just simple off of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. I don't even want to talk about the topic no more. Anyway, real shit. Number one thing about 2023 so far, man, all I can say, bro, is just stay safe. You feel me? Not everything deserves your energy. Straight like that. I'm gonna go ahead and say that off rip. That go for motherfucking friends. That go for motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Anybody, family, motherfucker, work. That could go for anything. Like, spend your energy wisely, bro. Not everybody need that shit. Whether that shit just be like, you know, call Whether it be text message, motherfucker, whether it be a sit down conversation, I don't want to kick it with you if you're fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, bro, you gotta keep it gangster this year, bro. Keep that shit authentic this year, bro. Cause that shit is starting to get on my nerves when motherfucker just, be MIA for a whole year to hit you out of nowhere, right? I remember one time where it's just like, people just felt like I was some kind of burden. When this come up happen, bro, I'm gonna let a motherfucker know. But anyway, blessings, you know what I'm saying? Anything you gotta get off your chest, brother?
No, man, I've already had my rant for tonight.
Anyway, man, this has been another lovely episode of LTA Global. I'm CuZo Smif.
And this is Brother.
Yes,
Happy
sir.
Season 3.